Unbelievable to win here at the Brickyard. How big this race is, knowing all the noise that's going on in the background, to set that all aside is a testament to these people here on this 23 team.
NASCAR fans, every once in a while there's a race that isn't just about cars going fast. It's about something bigger, something personal. That's exactly what we witnessed at the 2025 Brickyard 400. It gave us everything. Drama? Check. Rain delays? Yup. Chaos? You bet. But most of all, we got a story for the ages. After nearly 3 years of near misses, heartbreaks, and people writing him off, Bubba Wallace just broke through in the most iconic way possible. He didn't just win a race. He won Indianapolis, the cathedral of speed, the same bricks kissed by Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, and more, now joined by Bubba Wallace. And it wasn't easy. He stretched fuel. He stared down Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin in a white-knuckle overtime shootout. He held off one of the greatest closers in the game by just 0.222 seconds. And when it was over, he kissed the bricks with his wife and baby boy by his side. This isn't just a win. It's a legacy moment, a soul-defining, career-reviving, history-making victory for Bubba Wallace and 23XI Racing. So buckle up, because we're diving deep into how it happened, what it means, and why this Brickyard finish just became an all-timer. Let's go. It all started with a little speed and a whole lot of confidence. Bubba Wallace qualified second on the front row at Indy, and from the jump, he looked like a man on a mission, not riding around, not hanging back. He was in it, mixing it up with the likes of Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, and Ryan Blaney. This wasn't just strategy. This was raw pace. Wallace stayed in the top 10 all day, navigating through pit cycles, yellow flags, and a wild game of tire roulette. But the moment everything changed, it was lap 135. That's when Joey Logano, who was holding all the cards at the time, lost a right rear tire and had to pit unexpectedly. And suddenly, the lead was Bubba's. And if you were watching at home, you could feel the tension shift instantly, because the number 23 car wasn't just out front. He was trying to stretch the fuel to the end. The Brickyard had just turned into a poker game, and Bubba was all in. With just 6 laps to go, it happened. Rain. Just a light sprinkle on one end of the track, but enough for NASCAR to throw the caution. And just like that, the whole field froze on pit road. The jet dryers fired up, and the red flag flew over the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Bubba Wallace is sitting in his car, knowing he's dangerously low on fuel. With Kyle Larson breathing down his neck, he's just minutes away from the biggest win of his life. And it's out of his hands. The rain delay lasted about an hour, and the question on everyone's mind, could the number 23 even make it to the end? Finally, the red flag lifted, and the field was set for overtime. Bubba Wallace on the inside, Kyle Larson on the outside. Green flag drops, and before they can even complete a lap, chaos erupts behind them. Christopher Bell makes a dive bomb move to the inside, taps Zane Smith, and the number 71 shoots up into the wall, collecting none other than Bubba's teammate Tyler Reddick. That's huge. Reddick was running in the top 3 and had been Bubba's biggest competition in the late laps. And now, he's out. One 23XI car is gone, but the other, still out front. One more restart to go. Picture this. It's green-white checkered time at the Brickyard and everything on the line. Bubba Wallace knows he's got 1 lap of gas left. His crew chief is screaming in his ear, "Flip to fuel reserve and save for your life." The field takes the green. Wallace launches clean. Larson tucks in right behind him through turn 1, turn 2. Wallace still leads. Down the backstretch, Larson's gaining with Wallace's team owner Denny Hamlin behind him, but Bubba defends like a beast. Through turn 3, clean. Out of turn 4, Larson makes one last charge. Too little, too late. Bubba Wallace takes the checkered flag by just 0.222 seconds, and the crowd erupts. He did it. The 23XI Racing driver just won the 2025 Brickyard 400. Now let's talk about that moment after the race. Bubba climbs out of the car, throws his arms up, and then sees his family, his wife Amanda and their baby son, walking down the front stretch toward him. It's not just victory lane, it's a full circle moment. He wraps them up in a hug on the bricks, the same bricks kissed by legends for over a century. "This one's really cool," Bubba said. "Coming off turn 4, I knew I was going to get there, unless we ran out of gas. I was surprised I wasn't crying like a little baby." And then the quote that had everyone tearing up.
That's pretty cool. Officially, Daytona is Daytona, but to overcome so much, thank you. Put these people here in victory lane. That's what it's about. It's about these people that continue to push in me, believe in me, And man, just so proud. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
That, right there, was real. Let's put this win in perspective. This was Bubba Wallace's third career Cup Series win, but his first since September 2022 at Kansas. That's a 100-race winless streak snapped. It's also the first win for 23XI Racing this season, and their first since Reddick won at Homestead last year. It locks Bubba into the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs, with just 4 races left in the regular season. And perhaps the most powerful stat of all, Bubba Wallace becomes the first black driver in history to win on the famed 2.5-mile oval at Indianapolis. That's legacy. That's history. That's bigger than racing. Now, let's talk about the bosses. Michael Jordan wasn't at the track, but you bet he was watching. He called Wallace immediately after the win. Bubba said on the broadcast, "He just told me how proud he was. He's gonna have a drink or two for me tonight. We're celebrating in spirit." And then there's Denny Hamlin, Bubba's other boss, who actually finished third. Hamlin was pumped. "I'm kissing the bricks in street clothes rather than a driver suit." And now both Hamlin and Wallace are playoff bound. Now, elsewhere in the field, there was another winner, Ty Gibbs. He walked away from Indy with $1 million check after winning NASCAR's first ever in-season challenge. He outlasted Cinderella story Ty Dillon in the 5-race tournament, clinching it with a 21-cent place finish on Sunday. Gibbs even said he's donating $10,000 of the prize to whatever charity Dillon picks. Class act. And yes, he also celebrated like a wrestling champ, with a belt, a trophy, and fake dollar bills flying through the air. Classic Gibbs. So, what's next? After Wallace's win, he becomes the 13th driver to lock into the playoffs. That leaves just 3 spots open, with Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, and Chris Buescher hanging on by points. And guess where we go next? Iowa Speedway. A short track, a wild card, a potential chaos fest. Playoff dreams will be made and broken. So, there you have it, folks. This is what racing is all about. Bubba Wallace, a driver who's carried the weight of expectations, of criticism, of history, just delivered the race of his life at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He outdueled Kyle Larson. He survived a rain delay, overtime, and a near-empty gas tank. And then, he kissed the bricks with his son in his arms. So, whether you love him, root against him, or are just now starting to believe in him, remember this race, because the 2025 Brickyard 400 didn't just crown a winner, it crowned a warrior. Bubba Wallace, Brickyard champion. What was your favorite moment from Indy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this discussion rolling. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more interesting stories and updates from everything NASCAR. Do share this video with your friends. Until next time, keep the conversation going on, lucky dog on track.